But in recent years, I've come to see that these are often the people who stand in the way of progress because they are committed only in a lukewarm manner. And every time you move to try to solve the problem, they will respond by saying, you're moving too fast, you ought to cool off, you should put on brakes. And they end up more devoted to order than to justice, and are more devoted to maintaining a sort of negative peace, which is merely the absence of tension, than gaining a positive peace, which is the presence of justice. This is what we're seeing every day in our struggle in the South, that many of the moderates of the white South, and many of them mean well, and I shouldn't only say the South, but the moderates all over, stand in the way of progress because they refuse to understand the problem.
And what's crazy is that in the year of our Lord 2025, we still have to deal with these deceptive white moderates.
This is crazy.
They say they value equity. They have social media pages dedicated to Harris for president. But as soon as a black person checks you for your inappropriate use of African American vernacular English, you call them a moron. You might as well be MAGA. Welcome back to Pardon Me with P, an edutainment show that celebrates blackness and seeks to answer the question, what the fuck is going on around this bitch?
Girl, what's going on?
And dead ass, what the fuck is going on?
What is going on?
History has shown us that a lot of the times, well-meaning white moderates tolerate non-white people up until the point they experience discomfort. And most times, this discomfort is nothing but the self-advocacy of the marginalized and oppressed.
Girl.
We've seen it during Jim Crow. We've seen it during the civil rights movement. And now we see it every single day on the app owned by an apartheid expert.
I mean, it's just appalling. It sickens me. I woke up this morning, I was so in a rage about what they are doing.
Just to bring y'all up to speed, I'm scrolling the hellhole formerly known as Twitter, and I come across this tweet from a well-known liberal account.
She's musty.
Now, acknowledging the times we're in, I'm always hyper aware of the ways in which people attempt to appropriate the very things black folks are often condemned for.
I know that's right.
So when I saw Miss Fang start off her tweet with dawg, my antennas went up.
Where was your antennas?
It's been such an uptick in this type of appropriation, from the hairstyles they choose to adorn themselves with to the language they incorrectly use. It's so mind-boggling to me that black folks are often condemned for these things while others get to pull them out the closet like costumes and face no consequences.
Like I'm fed the fuck up, like literally.
And so when I saw this self-proclaimed progressive and registered Democrat participated in this appropriating behavior, I simply just said, please talk regular. Like, why is you even saying that? That's not even your language. You think that someone who was presumably progressive and led work for the Harris campaign would absolutely adhere to the grievances of someone from a marginalized community, right? Wrong. This DL racist doubled down on calling me a dog and then called me a moron after I simply expressed my grievances with him co-opting the language that those in my community are often condemned for.
I don't understand that. I really just can't comprehend it.
And you know what? It reminded me of those white liberals that Malcolm X warned us about.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox. And a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to. But the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling.
That's exactly who you are. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky fox.
I'ma handle your ass tonight. You ain't getting away with that shit.
So let me ask you this. If you claim to be progressive, why decide to double down on the microaggressive behaviors you've exhibited? Why is that? I know why. Because you racist as fuck. But I can't be surprised. It's in you and not on you. You come from a long line of white liberals who play nice until the point they don't want to play no more. You come from a long line of white liberals who value MLK up until the point he started preaching for things they didn't want us to have access to. You come from a long line of white liberals who put on a sweet face in public and then pull out your hooded robes in private. You come from a long line of white liberals who claim to be for equity until they feel like something is being taken away from them. I'm on to you. I see you.
You are absolutely right.
When MLK started to preach about more equity, it was people like you who labeled him the most dangerous Negro in the world and a threat to national security.
Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
MLK went from being one of the most loved figures in the world to having a 75% disapproval rate at the time of his assassination. And why is that? Because people like you got tired of a Negro speaking up and making them uncomfortable. Kind of like what just happened here.
Now check that.
But I'm not surprised. This is nothing new. It's expected.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
Malcolm and Martin been telling us about people like you for decades, and I see you nothing but a proud boy keeping a legacy alive.
Thanks a lot, bitch.
And you know what's crazy? I almost gave you the benefit of the doubt until I saw how you turned dog into the N-word with the hard ER, and then quote tweeted me so your lame ass following could do the same. You better watch those D-words. You better watch those.
You better watch those B-words, baby. You better watch those when you end up over in the ocean.
Finding out you were a Bernie bro was just the validation I needed.
Just as I thought, trash.
And what's so unfortunate is that even laying up with a person of color doesn't save you from being racist.
Yeah, double homicide.
Do you appropriate her culture too? Do you call her a moron when she taps on your white fragility? Or do you just let it slide because you feel like having sex with a non-white person means you could never be racist? Well, joke's on you, bitch. You still a Klan member.
Damn!
I'm glad you were able to fix those fucked up teeth, but too bad you couldn't fix that mindset.
What did you doing? Go to the hospital.
The fact that your own brethren had to check you for your racism should be the wake-up call that a self-proclaimed Democrat like yourself needs.
You need to cut the you really do, okay? Just cut the okay?
And let me just say, it's so refreshing to see that it's still non-racist white people alive today. Thank you, Barty.
She marched with Martin Luther King in 1968.
At the end of the day, there's nothing new under the sun. You're not the first DL racist, and you definitely won't be the last. And what's even more earth-shattering for you is realizing that you'll never be better than me.
Does that sound like something you want?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
Every critique is really an admission.
I see, we see each other. We see each other.
When you encounter black excellence like this, you shake and shudder because I contradict everything that makes you feel good about yourself.
Look at the material. You should be going home anyway. You can be the judge of it.
But I don't know what to tell you. Blame your ancestors for creating the conditions that make people like me have to work twice as hard just to get half as far. I guess your brains didn't go far enough to realize that that'll do nothing but make us more equipped for anything than you will ever be.
Get the fuck on and move around, ho.
Let me leave you with a word of advice. Eat shit, bitch. Toodles.